Hello students, today we will talk about database and DBMs. A database is an organized collection of data. It helps us to enter, manage, access and analyze a large amount of information quickly and efficiently. Let us understand the concept of database with the help of an example. Unknowingly, we all use database in our daily life. We maintain our personal address diaries, wherein we record addresses and telephone numbers of our friends. We maintain the information alphabetically so that whenever any information is needed, we would browse and extract the information quickly. From time to time, we keep on adding new addresses and also update the contact numbers and postal addresses of our friends if there is any change. All these operations that we perform, like adding, updating, sorting, editing, deleting, etc., are the functions of a database. Telephone diary, a dictionary, maintaining a list of students and their addresses, keeping their records pertaining to academic and co-curricular achievements, list of groceries in a grocery store, catalog in a library, list of customers in a bank, maintaining employees' information in offices and organizations, etc., are the examples of different types of database. Let us take a quick view. Give any real-life examples of database apart from the one given in the chapter. It is very difficult to maintain a database manually when there are hundreds and thousands of records, as the chances of committing errors increase. A DBMS database management system is a computerized record-keeping system that enables you to create, store, modify, and extract information from a database. It saves our time and energy. The main function of a DBMS is to provide users with efficient and reliable methods of data retrieval. Moreover, it reduces the chances of errors creeping into the database to a great extent. Therefore, data handling using DBMS becomes fast and efficient. Students, let's know more. DB2 is a family of relational database management system, RDBMS products from IBM that serves a number of different operating system platforms. Students, let's talk about the types of database. There are mainly two types of database. Flat file database. A flat file database refers to the data files that contain records, which have a small, fixed number of fields, without any structured relationship. For example, Microsoft Excel. Relational database. A relational database stores the data in several tables and links those tables together to get a common piece of information. For example, Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL, Oracle. Students, let's know more. A database that consists of two or more data files located at different sites in a computer network is called a distributed database. Okay, now let us understand about structure of database. A database contains a specific structure to store data. Let us study some basic terminologies used in a database that will help us in getting acquainted with the functioning of a DBMS. Number 1. Tables. Tables are the building blocks of a database. They store the complete data in a structured manner, that is, in the form of rows and columns. Every table has a finite number of columns and rows. Elements of a table. Fields. All the columns in a table are called fields. A field describes a particular attribute of all the records in a table. For example, the field that mentions the roll number of the table, students will store the roll numbers of all students. Records. The rows in a table are called records. A record contains the values for all the fields that belong to a single person or an entity. For example, when we enter data of all the fields such as roll number, full name, and marks for a given student, it creates a new row in a table which is called a record. Data. A set of characters that represents a valid value is known as data. For example, 3, Dipti, 90, 88 and 70 are the data values for the specific fields of the following table. Students. Queries. A database stores vast amount of data, but queries help us to retrieve the filtered data based upon some conditions. Queries are also used to perform actions such as delete, update, etc. on the data based upon some criteria, conditions. Students, let's know more. Structured Query Language (SQL) is a standard interactive and programming language for retrieving and updating information from a database. Forms. Forms are the user-friendly interfaces that facilitate the process of entering data in tables and queries. A form has an attractive interface that accepts data from the user and forwards it to the corresponding table or query. Reports. Reports are used to display the selected data in a printable format. Reports collect the summarized data from one or more tables or queries and organize it in a printable form. Students, let's know more. The overall design structure of the database is called database schema, which describes the records and relationship among them. Okay, students, let me tell you what is Microsoft Access. Microsoft Access is the most popular and powerful RDBMS, Relational Database Management System, that serves as an integral part of the Microsoft Office suite. It has a graphical user interface. It is used to organize and manipulate a large volume of data efficiently. It organizes data in the form of tables and helps in creating a relationship between these tables by using the common fields. A relational database enables to prevent duplication of data. Another important feature of Access is that you can add, update, delete, and view the data by using forms, find and retrieve the data in a desired way by using queries, and print the data in a specific layout by using reports. Some other popular RDBMS are Sybase, Oracle, SQL, Structured Query Language. Students, let's know more. Microsoft's SQL Server is an example of a RDBMS that serves database requests from multiple users. Let us understand the concept of relationship with the help of an example. To maintain the student's database in RDBMS, instead of entering all the records in a single table, we will split our fields into two tables having a common column, such as roll number. Number 1. Students Information Table. The Students Information Table consists of information about students as given in the above table. To enter the details of students' percentages and grades, you do not have to include all the fields in a separate table, which have already been included in the Students Information Table. You will take only a common field in the second table. By making a link on this common field, you can retrieve the desired set of records from both the tables. Marks Table. Notice that the values of the roll number field in Marks table are the same as the values in the Students Information Table. You can define a relationship between both the tables using common field, that is, roll number. Thus, by splitting the related information into different tables, RDBMS reduces the duplication of data. Students, let's know more. Maintaining and ensuring the accuracy and consistency of data is called data integrity. Students, let us find out the features of Microsoft Access. Provides the facility to break large information into small parts so that it is easy to access the information. Helps in reducing the data redundancy, duplication of data, and ensures that there is only one instance of particular data. Controls the data inconsistency and properly maintains database. Data inconsistency can be defined as the multiple mismatching copies of the same data. It occurs when there are multiple copies of the same data, out of which a few are updated and the others are not. Increases the efficiency, speed, and flexibility in searching and accessing the information. Facilitates sharing of data. Different users can use the same database to extract data according to their needs. Provides data security features and maintains integrity, which are useful to make your data more consistent and reliable. Provides the facility to create data forms so that the user can enter the required information in the respective fields. It also reduces data entry errors. Queries in database helps you to get information on a specific topic from the information stored in the database. Reports in database allow you to present the data in a meaningful and summarized manner. Students know the fact Access 2016 is the latest version of Access, which was released on September 22, 2015. Okay students, let us talk about the components of Access 2016. Before learning various functions of Microsoft Access, let us get familiar with various components of the Access 2016 window. Title bar. It is located at the top of the window and displays the name of the active database. Quick Access toolbar. This toolbar is present at the top left corner of the Access window. It contains the most frequently used command buttons. By default, it displays the Save, Undo and Redo buttons, but you can customize it to display more commands of your choice. Ribbon. It contains various tabs, each with several groups of relevant commands. Some tabs appear when you work with certain objects like forms. Such tabs are called contextual tabs. Navigation pane. This pane is present on the left side of the Access window. It displays the name of the objects used in the database, such as table, queries, forms, reports, etc. Navigation buttons. As the name suggests, it helps in navigating through the records. The navigation buttons display the current record number in an object. Object tabs. The objects that you have opened in a database appear right above the work area in a tabbed form. Clicking on any tab displays the contents in the work area. To close the current tab, click on the cross button on the right end of the bar. Status bar. This bar is located at the bottom of the window. On its extreme left, it displays the name of the current view, and on its right, it displays 4 view buttons, which are Data Sheet View, Design View, Pivot Table View, and Pivot Chart View. Tell me what you want to do. It is a new feature which can be used to get quick help on topics that you are looking for or the commands that you want to use in your document. Okay students, let us find out how to start Access 2016. Click on the Start button. Go to Access 2016. MS Access offers you 2 ways to create a new database. Creating a blank database. Creating a database using templates. Students, let us understand how to create a blank database in MS Access. Open Access 2016. You will find the Backstage view on the screen. Click on the Blank Database option. The Blank Database option facilitates you to create a database from scratch. This is a good option if you have very specific design requirements or have existing data that you need to accommodate. The blank database window opens up that prompts you to specify the file name in the File Name text box. If required, you can change the location of the file by clicking on the Browse button next to the File Name box. Click on the Create button. This will create the database with an empty table name Table 1 in the data sheet view as shown in the figure. The table has an empty row and the cursor is placed in the first empty cell in the Click to Add column. You will notice an asterisk sign in the record selector at the left end of this row, which indicates that it is ready to receive a new record. Access automatically creates the first field called ID. By default, this field is designated as the table's primary key, which contains an entry that will uniquely identify the record. The data type of this field is set to auto number, which means that Access will automatically enter a sequential number in this field for each new record. Select the empty field below Click to Add in the table. Enter data, say Priya, and then press the Tab key to move to the next field. When a new column is added to the data sheet, a new field is defined in the table. Access automatically sets each field's data type based on the data that you enter. Thus, the table gets created as you enter data. Okay, students, let us understand how to create a database using templates. It is one of the easiest ways to create a database. Templates are ready-to-use database objects that contain various types of tables, queries, forms, etc. They are needed to perform specific tasks and help to speed up the database creation process. Follow the given steps to create a database using the template. Open Access 2016. You will find some listed templates on the right side of the window. Select the template from the displayed list. Here we have selected the updated Students template. You can get more templates by clicking on any category from the suggested searches or use the search bar to look for the online templates. The updated Students task pane appears on the screen. Specifying the file name in the File Name text box. You can either use the default location that Access displays below the file name box or click on the folder icon to select another location. Click on the Create button. Access creates the database and displays the table in the form view. It contains the fields which are relevant to the student's database. Click on the Layout View button on the right side of the status bar. A new contextual tab Form Layout Tools will appear on the title bar. Select the Add Existing Fields button in the Tools group under the Design tab. The Field List task pane appears on the right side. Select the fields from the list that you want to include in the Student List database. Drag the selected field to the table and drop it where you want to position it when the insertion point appears. Students note that Access suggests a file name in the file name box and also allows you to change it as per your requirement. When you open a new or existing database in Access 2016, the objects in your database, tables, forms, queries, reports, etc. appear in the navigation pane. To view the objects, click on the drop-down arrow of all Access objects in the navigation pane. Okay, students, let us understand about views of a table. You can work on a table in two views, Design View and Datasheet View. Design View. The Design View is divided into two parts. Field Grid pane. In this pane, you can define the field's name, their data types and description. Field Properties pane. This section is used to set properties for the fields defined in the table. Datasheet View. Datasheet View is used to enter data in a table. This view displays the table as a grid. The fields are displayed as columns and the records are displayed as rows. When you double-click on the table name in the navigation pane, it opens the table in the datasheet view. Switching between views. Microsoft Access allows you to switch from one view to another by following either of the two options. Click on the View option on the Home tab in the Views group to change the desired view. Or click on the Design View or Datasheet View buttons at the right corner of the status bar. Students, let us understand about the rules for naming a field. As you already know that a table has multiple fields and each field is unique to a table. Each field has its own name and data type. There are some rules for naming a field. Field name can change from 1 to 64 characters. Field name can include letters, numbers, and many special characters. Generally, a sign of underscore is used. Field name cannot start with a blank space. You can change the properties of a field name, that is, storage size, format, and validation rule by specifying certain characteristics in the Field Properties pane. Okay, students, let us talk about the data types. Data types are used to declare the fields of a table. A data type determines the type of data a particular field can accept. Once the data type is defined, we cannot enter a different type of data in it. If we try to do so, an error message will be displayed. The following table describes the available data types. Data types. Functions. Short text. It is used to store text or a combination of text and numbers that does not require calculations such as addresses, phone numbers, etc. The fields with this data type can have maximum of 255 characters. Long text. Stores text and numbers up to 65,536 characters. It is used for descriptive fields. Number. Stores numeric information that you can use for calculations. A number data type can store integer values as well as decimal values. The maximum size of a number field can be 16 bytes. Date or time. Stores date type information like date of birth, date of joining, date of leaving, etc. The maximum size used by this data type is 8 bytes. Calculations related to dates can be done in this field type. Currency. This data type is used to store monetary data up to 8 bytes. Auto number. Generates a sequential number whenever a new record is added to a table. The value in the auto number field cannot be changed. It stores data as 4-byte values typically used to create an identify column which uniquely identifies each record in a table. Yes or no. It is used at places where the field can have only one possible value. It can either be true or false, yes or no, or on or off. For example, a student can either be a male or a female. OLE object. This is used to embed an object in another application, such as Microsoft Word document, Excel spreadsheet, or PowerPoint presentation into the access table. Stores up to 2 GB of data. Hyperlink. The hyperlink data type can store links to web pages, websites, files on an intranet, or LAN on your computer. It stores up to 1 GB of data. Attachment. This data type allows you to attach images, spreadsheet, files, documents, charts, and other types of supported files to the records in your database, in the same manner as you attach files to emails. Calculated. This data type is used when a user creates table fields which calculate the values. The calculations can include values from fields in the same table as well as the built-in access functions. This data type is used mostly in case of queries, forms, and tables. Lookup wizard. A lookup wizard helps you to create a field whose values are chosen from the values in another table, query, or list of values. By default, Access sets lookup fields to the number data type. Okay students, let us understand how to set data type for a field in MS Access. You can set the data types for the table fields by working in either Datasheet view or Design view. Setting data type in Datasheet view. When you create a field by entering data in Datasheet view, Access 2016 automatically assigns a data type to the field based on the data you have entered in the table. To define a specific data type for a field, click on the Click to Add header and choose the required data type from the drop-down menu. Or click on the required data type that you want to assign to the field from the data type gallery present in the Add and Delete group on the Fields tab. You can reset or change the data type of a field as and when required by clicking on its header and selecting the required data type from the data type drop-down list in the formatting group. Let me give you a tip. If you don't find the desired data type in the data type gallery, then click on More Fields button present in the Add and Delete group. Okay students, let us find out how to set data type in Design view. When you add fields to a table in Design view, by default each field is assigned a text data type. To change or define a specific data type for a field, Click on the drop-down arrow in the data type column of the field and select the desired data type from the displayed list. Okay students, let us talk about primary key. Primary key is a standard feature of every database management system. A primary key is a sort of check on the table that every record in the table is unique. The field which is designated as the primary key of a table can neither have duplicate data nor can it be left blank while entering the data. A table can have only one primary key. The value in the primary key field is different for every record and thus helps in uniquely identifying the records. Let us understand it with the example of students table. As we all know that each student in a class has a unique roll number that cannot be assigned to any other student. Hence, roll number can be defined as a primary key to uniquely identify each record. We cannot consider the student's name field for primary key as there is always a possibility that more than one student in a class might have the same name. Students know the fact a candidate key can uniquely identify a database record. We can have one or more multiple candidate keys in a single table, out of which one is selected as the primary key. Setting a primary key. In Design View, click on the field that you want to set as the primary key. The selected field will be highlighted. Click on the Primary Key button present in the Tools group on the Design tab. Or right-click on the field and select the Primary Key option from the Context menu. The field will be set as the primary key indicated by a small key in the Field Selector column. Click on the Close button on the table window. Access prompts a message window reminding us to save the changes. Click on the Yes button to save the changes. Students, let us find out how to save a database in MS Access. To save a database, follow the steps given below. Select the Save icon present on the Quick Access toolbar. Or click on the File tab and select the Save option from the drop-down menu. Or press Ctrl plus S key combination. The Save As dialog box appears. In the table name text box, enter the suitable name and click OK. The table name will appear in the navigation pane under the Tables group. Students note that while saving a table, we are not creating a file. Rather, we are adding an object to the existing database. Students, let's know more. The standard file name extension of database in Access 2016 is .accdb. Students, let me tell you how to close database and Access application. After finishing the work in Access, click on the Close option in the File tab to close the current database. To close Access application, click on the Close button. Or press Alt plus F4 key combination. Alright students, let us understand how to open an existing database. Select the Open option from the File tab. Select the database from the recent list if present or click on the Browse folder and select the desired database from the Open dialog box. Click on the Open button. The selected database will be opened. Okay students, let us take a recap of this chapter. A database is an organized collection of data. It helps us to enter, manage, access and analyze a large amount of information quickly and efficiently. There are mainly two types of database: flat file database and relational database. A table is a database object which stores the complete data in a structured manner, that is, in the form of rows and columns. Queries help us to retrieve the filtered data from the database based upon some conditions. Forms are the user-friendly interfaces that facilitate the process of entering data in tables and queries. Reports are used to display the selected data in a printable format. Access 2016 offers you two ways to create a new database: creating a blank database and creating a database using templates. Templates are ready-to-use database objects that contain various types of tables, queries, forms, etc. You can work on a table in two views: design view and datasheet view. In design view of the table, you can enter the field names, their data types, and description. Datasheet view is used to enter data in a table. A primary key is a sort of check on the table that every record in the table is unique.